Hi, welcome to my first video review. My name is Cecilia. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Takumi combo set, which you really can't see, and I didn't know that in this lighting, but my baby's asleep and I'm not redoing this. It just came in the mail on the 14th. I ordered it on I think the 8th from Nancy's Notions for $99, which I thought was really cool because on most sites it's retailing for $170. Look inside, first glance is a mess. Move everything out of the way. First glance, you can see that there are quite a few cables here. They're size 2 through 15. I really like that they're labeled. I don't know if you'll be able to see that one. Let's try the big one here. They're labeled. You see that little label? It says Takumi US 15, 10 millimeters. Really handy. Personally, I've had the boy set for years and I've had to use one of these damn things to like calculate every time because you're supposed to put them in the right slot, but I never did. So that's helpful for people like me who are unorganized, shall I say. I have a cheat sheet here, so I'm going to go through the pros and cons really quickly. The pros, let's start with the good stuff, shall we? The swivel. This is amazing. This is the reason I bought this set. This is a long cord. This is the shorter one. Okay, let's stick this guy on there. And when you're screwing these guys in, I don't know if you can see, you stick the metal together, obviously, but when you tighten, you have to hold on to the metal, not to the plastic, because if you hold on to the plastic, it's going to swivel, which I really like. It's really cool. When I first got the set, I just took it out and was swiveling it like this for quite a long time, and it was kind of embarrassing, and it still is. So yeah, that's really important. Because if you have a set like the Nitpicks Harmonies, I hear does it, and the boy has a serious issue with it, you'll be knitting along merrily, and you find that as you're twisting to get, under and around the stitches, you're twisting the actual needle. But since the needle is screwed to the cable, they will come loose. A lot of times you won't notice until it's maybe about, can you see that that's kind of not loose, trying to contrast it with my white skin. Yeah, so it'll be like that. Then you notice as your stitches start snagging. Sometimes you don't notice at all until suddenly your cable is undone and your stitches fall off and you cry. So that's not cool, and the swiveling factor was definitely part of what made me buy this set. I was really excited. I really love it. Okay. Next, there are 5 cable sizes. A lot of people were kind of mad because there aren't any connectors. In case you're wondering what connectors are, well, I don't really want to take out my boy set because actually I think I lost the connectors a couple days ago when I was trying to work on this stupid baby sweater. But a connector would be if you wanted to make a really long cable, you get the connector, screw it into this one, screw it into this one, basically tie them together. And then you have an extra long cable. But I think really that this set doesn't need the connectors because look at this needle. You can't even see it. It's 48 inches with the tips, including the tips. And honestly, who's gonna need any more than that? Personally, I mean, I made shawls for like 54 inches. I'm pretty short, so. Wingspan is height, so I've done about 54-inch shawls for myself on 29-inch circulars. It means you can cram a lot more inches on there than you would initially think. So 48 inches, I mean, geez, what do you need that's more than, 60 inches worth of stitches? Not a whole lot, other than like huge bedspreads and stuff, but if you're doing that, you're probably crazy anyways. So I'm trying to stay on the list here. So let's go with the cables. Oh yeah, 5 cable sizes. Extra long. There's the 24-inch, useful for sweaters and things. A 29-inch, useful for the same thing. And there's 5. What did I say already? There's a 16-inch, a 24-inch, a 29-inch, a 36-inch, and a 48-inch. 36-inch. My favorite's the 16. Just because of hats. Honestly, I love making hats on circulars. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. And I'm not one of those pussies who just uses it with like size 9 needles. Nah, I'll do a hat on 3s. I don't give a shit. So So here's the wee one. It's so little, and you stick on your little, your little teeny weeny 3s. Stick those guys on there, and then you have the perfect length for making a tam or beret or something cute like that. And this is one thing that I liked about this set over the KAs. Forgive me for not knowing what the KA stands for. It's like Kirigami, I don't know, but I really, really wanted those ones. But they're $148, and that's for the expanded set. But the reason I chose this one instead is because this 16-inch cable fits on all the needles. It fits on the 15s, it fits on the 3s. It doesn't matter. You don't have to use, in that one I think that there's a 16-inch that can only go on size 4 through 8 or something like that, and you have to like switch the needles, because I guess what it is the connector. Let's try to put it on my white skin again. The connector with, this is really hard to do a video review and hold needles. It's like really challenging. I wish I had thought of all of this, but I didn't. So it goes right along like this with the 3s, you see. And then they had to do some compensating to make it fit. They had to taper this quite a bit. So on some, it would make the stitches hard to go over that area. But they've successfully done it with this one. I've tried it. So it's a great set. You can do the magic loop, I think. I'm going to be honest, I've never tried the magic loop, and I'm not really likely to because it kind of looks boring. I will eventually, but I haven't yet. But these are really flexible cables, and I think that this one's long enough. You should be able to do magic loop just fine. Pretty sure. Never tried it again. I just want to show the flexibility here of the these cables from the Takumi set versus my old school boys that I bought in 2004 that are stuck in this shape, and they have been for 7 years, and they suck. No offense. I've heard about the cable hack. Apparently people have been, I don't know what they use, but it takes, you know, mechanics, and I'm not good at that stuff, so I haven't tried it, but I'm sure it would help. These are, anyways, much more flexible. It's bamboo, so it's warm, it's smooth. I heard some people having problems with the finish, saying it's grabby on the yarn, but I haven't had that problem at all. I was advised by someone on Ravelry, I think PackRat1 was the one that told me just rub it with some, you know, jeans or something, some buffer cloth, but honestly I didn't even do that, and they work just fine. They feel great to me, except on the acrylic. When I was knitting that baby sweater, it was really sticky, but that might just be the acrylic. So said they're labeled with the size. Ooh, the case. You saw the case already, but it is so classy. I'm a fan. I really am. I like cases for my things. It makes them feel more special to me. It's not pretty, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, so that's a total of 60 combinations. I think that's a pretty good deal, considering, especially at Nancy's Notions, it came out to $107 for me with shipping and everything. And if you were to buy every single one of those sizes individually, it would cost like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And not to mention it would be a pain in the ass because they wouldn't be all conveniently located in one place, usually. So on to the cons, because I'm running out of time, I think. The tips are blunt. There's the 15, and for comparison, oh crap. I broke my 15s, my boy, so we're gonna try the 13s. Well, actually they're pretty similar, but you can see this is more like sharper, more sharper. God, I'm clever. Let's go with one of the smaller sizes to really show it off. I'm picking up a 7, and this is again the boys, nice and sharp, and these guys are kind of dull. I like that because I'm one of those knitters who, when I work, I poke this down when I'm getting the stitch off, and so if I use really small metal needles for too often, like especially when I do small socks, zeros and things, and sweaters on threes, metals especially, it hurts and I don't like it. So I was deliberately looking for a blunt set. But if you're looking for something sharper, if you like to do a lot of lace or baubles, I would suggest finding something metal, especially metal, as pointy as you can get. I hear good things about the nickel-plated set from Nitpicks, which is pretty cheap too, although you don't get the full range of sizes. But I think that with that set, with the with Nitpicks, you can kind of customize your set as you go along, and you know, knit or buy at a time just the 16-inch cord or just the size 8 tips, you know, which I heard you can't do with this set, and that makes me really angry because I plan on knitting with these for a very long time. I really adore them, and sometimes bad things happen to good people, like this. You're not gonna be able to see this, but I'm gonna try to show you. Yeah, there. Can you see it? Oh god, barely. It's like jagged. You see that? It's like jagged and lopsided. Yeah. The stitches snag on that, and I freaking hate it. This is my size 9. It happened to my size 8s as well, and I replaced them. I went onto the boy website and I just ordered some more for like $2 or something, you know? Also, I lose things. This is my 24 or something, and I lost, oh, this is the 21, and I lost another one of these, and I ordered a new one off their website. But I heard from someone on Ravelry that if you want to go get more of these cords, you can't just order another cord. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty stupid to me because, well, it seems smart if they actually think people are going to go out of their way to go buy a whole new set just for the new needles. I mean, just for the new cables, but not satisfied with that. That's really irritating. Okay, another thing, another con, there's no connectors. I already went over how I don't really think that's a big deal because they have such long sizes. There's no point protectors included, which a lot of the interchangeable sets do have, and I think it's a good idea because it's just such a big purchase that it kind of feels like a little freebie thrown in, and you feel kind of nice and you feel like you want to give those people more of your money. That's how I feel about it. Here's a couple, oh, actually I have some in use right now, that baby sweater I was talking about. My boys again. This is the point protectors that they come with, that they came with in 2004. And you see, you just screw these little guys on there, and then it becomes a stitch holder, which is really useful if you're working like the cable, if you're working like the front of something and you need something to put the back on because you're going to put a hood or something, you know, it's really useful. I just think it's nice that they included these, you know, and even though the cords really suck, but if these guys would have included those, that would have been really great too, but they didn't. It would have been a nice touch, but it's okay, I guess. Size 3 to 15s, I was kind of irritated there's no 2s. I like the smaller sizes, but I understand that it gets harder with bamboo, especially because they're so flexible. I guess it's much easier to snap a bamboo size 2. And yeah. Okay, I think that's about it. I went over pretty much everything on my little list here. Any more? It's a lovely set. I really like it, and I'm already a big fan. I have to mention though that all I've used are the 10.5s, the 7s, and the 9s. I haven't tried the big ones yet, which earlier I totally lied and said I did. Did you notice? You did now. Yeah, I haven't tried those yet, but I really will, and I'll get on it as time goes on because I think you get to know a set more and more the more you knit with it, which is why I almost thought about switching it up and not reviewing this set today and instead doing my boys, because that way I'd have more time to get familiar with this one. But I was just so excited to get it, and I adore it for now. And I'll just post another review if any problems occur. One did. It was when I was working with acrylic. I was working on the dumb baby sweater from Maggie Righetti's. Is that how you spell her name? I don't even know. From Knitting in Plain English. And I was using the size 5s, and I was knitting through, and the connector came undone, which is a shock because, I mean, they're swiveling. They swivel. They're supposed to have understood that that's a problem and overcome it, you know, but yeah, it came apart. So I'm trying to convince myself that that was just a one-time thing and it's never going to happen again. But I don't know. We'll see. I think it could have been that was before I noticed that you have to put your hand kind of on the cable instead of on the connector bit, because if it's on the connector you can unscrew it. I didn't notice that before. So that could be a possibility, or I could have been gypped, yo. But we'll see. I enjoy the set anyways. I mean, I've had the boys for 7 years and used it my entire knitting career, and I just thought it was time for an upgrade, and this is a perfect upgrade for a intermediate knitter, sort of beginner intermediate like myself. And it's not expensive, especially at Nancy's Notions, so go there. There is somewhere else that claims that they sell them for $95, but when you include the tax and the shipping, it comes out to like $120, so always check for shipping. That's it for today. Thank you for watching my video review. I'm grandmastatus on Ravelry, Cecilia in real life, and don't drool on the wool, yo.